To go back to what you were saying though, like y'all never told me how Cam Ward.
He went back. He went beyond back.
I never forgot that thought. I'm just still curious. I wouldn't because I mean he was good at when he played for Miami, but he was also in college before that.
You don't think he a number one pick?
His stats are good, but the way that people are trying to make it like he's so far ahead of Shedeur.
He's not.
Shedeur processes the game in the way that you're supposed to, and he plays it at a pace that Tom Brady played it at. He slowed the game down. They're saying he's holding the ball too long. He was 74%.
They're saying Cam Ward slowed the...
Shedeur.
No, Shedeur.
They like how fast Cam Ward plays. But for me, it's not about the stats. His stats are great. They are way better than Shedeur's. Cool, I'll give you that.
It's about performance.
But leadership-wise,
Cam had a line, too.
Cam had a line. He had a better. He had a better
Bro,
overall
the
team.
gist that showed that one time he held that ball for 9-point-some seconds. I said,
The
Cam.
line.
They showed on the next gen stat. They said one of them time he was sitting like this. It showed 9-point-some seconds. I said
9 seconds is crazy.
that
in
is
the ACC.
ridiculous.
Bro, he give him a sofa.
That's
He's
crazy,
chilling.
bro.
But even by his posture, he don't do none of that. He just
he just...
So
He
even
just
sitting
look
out,
weird.
so
I seen
sitting
that.
out in a bowl game doesn't do anything for y'all.
You
The
said-
game that he started. That
It
doesn't-
does.
That doesn't change nothing.
It does.
I wouldn't.
It changed-
I don't
Nah,
know
not
if
really.
changed.
It doesn't
I don't
change
think
my
it would
position
change
on where
anything
he's
for me.
going.
No, not really.
But it's,
Why?
I just don't.
That's not a character flaw.
No.
I don't think.
I felt like the
Not
game.
really.
I felt
You
like the
suit
bowl
up, you
game
expected
didn't
to
mean
play.
that much
Why did you play?
because I got to at least show that
I'm still him.
I'm still here for my team a
You
little
played
bit.
half.
Like
You played a half.
You did.
Right.
Why would you play?
I
if
wouldn't.
you're not
I
gonna
didn't.
play the
I
whole
wouldn't
game?
neglect that. But
He thinking
does
longevity.
it change?
He thinking
Like anything
longevity.
for me?
How
Not
did
really.
it take longevity? You could tear. What's the linebacker that was played in the Super Bowl? He tore his ACL. Dre Greenlaw tore his ACL coming off the sideline. So if we're talking about longevity, that's not valid because he didn't even make it on the field. So like, I just think that you don't suit up if you're not gonna play.
I like it. I ain't disagreeing. I ain't disagreeing with that either.
What character flaw do you think
Leadership.
that?
You're the quarterback. If you was a receiver, nobody would have cared. Nobody bats the eye that you didn't come out with the other receivers. You're the quarterback. Everybody at the field is like, "Where's you're not hurt? You just." And then the explanation was, "I just." And then y'all was down. Y'all, I think they ended up losing by like 3.
I think they did.
It wasn't a
They
game
did.
that was out of hand. It wasn't a blowout.
It was something
And
that basically
You
Cam
can say
could have
it
turned
doesn't
around.
matter, but if I'm a senior and I'm not going to the league, this is my last chance to get a ring, be with my guys. Like I came out and suited up the whole 4 quarters.
Everybody ain't you though.
I don't
Start with
care.
you finish.
Everybody ain't you.
What you mean?
Like everybody don't think the way that.
Seniors? You think the seniors didn't feel the way about that?
Oh, I
that
know
are never
I
going to be able
but
to play
he
again?
just like I said, he probably was thinking longevity.
Shedeur did not have to play in that bowl game.
He did.
Shedeur did not have to go and do the pro day at Colorado with his receivers to put
And he still
his
when
guys
he
on.
was running around
That's
like a
the
chicken
stuff-
with his head
That's
chopped
what I'm
off.
saying. When I'm a quarterback, though, if I'm a general manager, I'm
I
looking
see
at
what you're
that.
saying, though.
Like, I want the leader of the locker room, the voice of the locker room that's going to have his guys back. Like, I mean, I'm not saying he doesn't have his guys back, but that you shouldn't.
I ain't
That
against
would-
that at all.
Matter of fact,
But
what's
being
dude name
protective though, he probably was like, nah.
You
let me-
cannot
let me-
use
I don't know
that,
what
bro,
his-
because he
why not?
started the game. Because you cannot play half the game and say, "I'm gonna protect myself from injuries." So if that was your worry,
You shouldn't have
don't
played.
suit up.
You shouldn't have played.
You don't
Because
suit
you
up.
could have got hurt first
Yeah.
play.
For the first play of the
Like,
game.
yeah,
coulda.
But
that's true.
the linebacker just did that with the 49ers. He didn't show up or something. When one of the linebackers came back. I
Oh,
think Dre
yeah.
Greenlaw came back and somebody
He
I forgot
told
the
him no,
dude's
he ain't
name.
getting back in.
He told the coach you're not getting back in.
Yeah, I remember
And he
that.
don't got a job.
Nope.
Yeah.
So that right there, if that can foreshadow
You
what your
said because
career
he
gonna
he
look
the
like,
quarterback.
you can't
every-
do
all
that.
eyes
Matter
on
of
him.
fact,
Yeah.
Anthony Richardson.
I got you.
That boy
Yeah.
tapped himself out, said he was tired. They crucified him.
Literally.
They hung him.
That man said he
I'm out
was
of shape.
tired. He's like, "Oh, you the
Yeah,
quarterback. You can't
I'm
get
out of
tired.
shape.
You can't, bro."
I had Mickey
Yeah.
D's
I
The
see
only
what you're
thing
saying.
is, I feel
I see
like
what
some
you're
people
saying.
will look at it like, yes, I understand where you're coming from, but it's going to be, you're talking about NFL compared to college. Some people might not care as much.
He's
And
getting paid.
He is
got
now,
professionals now.
but now he about to really get paid too.
It's just no valid excuse on why he did
It really
that.
ain't.
But I mean, who
it
told
really
it's
ain't.
cool.
Who told him
It's
that it was
cool.
okay though?
Nobody. The coach said he didn't know it until they came out that he was sitting up. They didn't know when he
That
started
very
that
next
game.
play, Or when they got back
when they
on
came
offense?
back on, when they came back out of halftime,
Mm-hmm.
the coaches said when they started the game, they didn't know he wasn't gonna play the second half. Because I would not let you suit up. As a coach, I'm not letting you suit up. Why would I let you suit up
That
for a
is
half? He
crazy.
played to break the record. That's why he played.
He ain't even
And
tell
then-
his
and then
coach, "Hey,
rolled out.
coach,
And then
look,
he was
coach,
out the second half.
I'm gonna just
Yeah,
play only
that's-
like that. The first half, coach this game. You know,
Like,
They
yeah,
coach-
you're not playing.
that's crazy.
That is.
Because I'm
I
gonna
mean, that
get
is-
the
yeah,
backup
you're right.
ready to perform. If I know you're not gonna play the whole game, you're not running practice.
Yeah.
He's gonna run practice so he can have the reps and he can be ready. You don't hang your people out
mean,
to dry like
Yeah,
that, bro.
that's how you do in coaching. if
Or
you're
kind
not
of-
playing, if
or
you're
kind
not
of
playing,
practice, or kind of practice, and you're not even playing.
Yeah,
in the
you know you're not
game.
even
Yeah.
playing. Like, bro, I'm not even gonna have you here.
if you coach, if you got a kid that ain't, because we all coaches. If you got a kid that ain't playing Sunday, the guy game Sunday, you gonna let him practice?
No,
Not in the starting rotation.
Absolutely.
We
Right.
did it last
Right.
year.
Right.
You're not gonna be available. Then
No.
I'm gonna run. I have to
Right.
see what it looks like without you right now.
Yep.
right. Nah, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna fly.
But see, now you done went back. Now I got to go back. Will that change the narrative? Oh, Bronny.
I don't think it does though, bro. I don't think the narrative changes for him.
You think how long do you think that narrative remains?
Well, it depends. But I've never seen a negative narrative. Like I seen it, but
You ain't
I
never
didn't
seen a negative
personally.
narrative?
I personally didn't like have a negative narrative for him.
Well, not you, but
We
what do
talking
you
about the
see-
media.
But we talking about the media.
Yeah.
So rephrase it. What'd you say?
Will Bronny change the narrative of what's going on right now? Because right now he still has to live up to his pops.
No, because not y'all, but everybody wants him to be LeBron
Yeah.
because he's Brown, and nobody like Kenyon Martin's son doesn't get that.
Well, Kenyon Martin ain't LeBron.
Right.
Hold on.
That's
Where
my
Kenyon,
point.
I thought Kenyon Martin
His son plays.
still
His son-
No,
No,
you taking a boozers.
No,
Yeah,
he
with
played.
the twins. You
No,
think
he
of the
played
twins.
now.
Kenyon
You thinking
Martin's
of
son is
twins.
in NBA.
Yeah, he played.
Dang.
Look, we don't even know.
That's
We
my
don't even
thing.
know.
That's what I'm saying. So why is he?
Right.
Why is he able to be whoever he is?
But I think that's once again that's the bad part
Seth
about the
Curry.
media. Seth Curry.
Can't be Steph.
He can't.
They
but
don't
he
crucify him.
because he is his own player. I mean,
I was
think
about to
Bronny.
say.
I think
I was
Bronny
about to
is.
say it'd be different if it was his son, but it ain't. It's like his
Austin
brother.
Rivers.
But no, let me say this though. I think
Austin Rivers.
Doc Rivers.
Look,
son.
I think
Yeah.
he's changed.
Doc Rivers wasn't that crazy.
The NBA coach.
Yeah.
We
No,
expect you
he's
to be
not
great.
LeBron.
We
If
expect
he
you to
was
be
Jordan,
Jordan's son
we
was
would be-
ass.
right? And they
Terrible.
Jordan's son
and
is
they
cool.
talked about him
I'm
like
sorry,
they talked about him like crazy.
but he was ass.
Bro.
But they talked about him like crazy.
They talk about
Trash.
Jordan like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they talking about Jordan like crazy, but they getting at LeBron right now.
Yeah. But I think
They
listen,
getting at LeBron.
But they got at
the
LeBron
same
about
time.
the spotlight. They didn't get even the podcast. I seen Melo and them talk about when he made the comment about being better than half of the Lakers team. That's
Mm-hmm.
what they're upset. They're more mad at him about putting him on that pedestal. But it honestly makes sense on like why Melo is not doing the same for his son. His son was left off of All-American. I think we need
Yeah.
to touch that. His son not being an All-American is crazy.
that's wild.
Cool.
How many
McDonald's
points?
also-
How many points he
Cayenne.
averaged?
Yeah.
Cayenne?
He was
Kai.
left
It doesn't
off
matter.
the
They won the
All-American.
He
championship.
didn't play, bro.
He
Yeah.
did, it was double digits.
They did
though.
him dirty.
Yeah, he
They
didn't
did him
make an
dirty.
All-American team, bro.
He's a
The McDonald's
dog,
All-American.
bro.
Yeah, nah, he a dog. But hold up, let me
They
go
ain't got
back.
no reason?
Hold up, let me go back though.
Crazy.
Let me go
They
back.
ain't got
though.
no reason they didn't.
Why did? What's your
Hold
reason?
up,
He
hold
won
up,
the
hold up. Let me go
championship?
But I'm trying
Let
to
me
say
go
what
back. Let
they
me go
reason.
back.
I don't know.
Let me go back to Bronny though. Let me go back to Bronny real quick. I think he's changing the narrative of him paving the way for himself. Not that narrative of I'm LeBron's son and I gotta stand. Be that. I gotta be.
That's the media narrative.
That's
yes,
the media narrative.
That is.
I think he's changing it as far as I'm paving my way. I'm my own person. I can hoop.
Do you feel like it's working by him keeping his head down?
Oh,
and
yeah.
just playing?
No,
Oh, yeah. I think it is.
He
No.
need to be the villain. Fuck
What you
y'all
mean?
niggas. My dad LeBron, nigga. Fuck y'all. Give a fuck about how y'all feel. I'm doing this shit at my pace.
But if he don't live up
I
to it,
think-
then they gonna
but
they
you
gonna
know
keep
what?
they
My
gonna
dad-
keep crucifying.
Bro, my
him.
dad has a building in Oregon at Nike. You think I give a fuck about your opinion?
He don't.
Bronny.
But
I'm about
Bronny,
to
But he
been,
want- he
Bronny
want the
been
respect.
like that though.
Bro, it
no,
don't matter.
he
He,
don't
still
speak.
wants. He still wants the respect. He wants.
He
As a
spoke
baller,
before, but
as a
not
hooper,
not
yeah.
on what we
so I
what
don't
we like
care
to
about
speak
everybody's
on.
opinion.
I think it will come.
He
I think,
needs to do
I think,
that.
Like
I think it will.
next year, like when he start getting more time,
But
in
he
the
humble
NBA,
right now.
I think it's gonna come.
He's
humble.
very
He's
humble.
very
It's gonna
humble
come.
right now.
I'm telling you, he
And we
keep his
don't
head
want
down,
that.
don't do nothing.
We don't want that.
I
You
just
know what I'm
hoop.
saying? Now he has spoke on a little bit, but he don't like sit there for a whole interview.
he
and
don't-
be-
It's just because he's young. He
It
ain't trying to mess
is.
up that money. But talk
What
your
money?
shit, bro. Exactly my point. What money? You don't need it. You don't need it. Talk your shit.
Yeah.
The endorsements don't matter.
Yeah.
You gonna have Nike
fact.
forever.
My pops is LeBron.
Bro, my dad got a lifetime Nike
I
endorsement.
don't think.
care.
I think for Bronny right now, it ain't the my pops is LeBron. It's
And that's the
I
problem.
just want to play.
That's the problem. If my
love
dad was
for the
LeBron,
game.
The love
It's for-
because he
yeah.
talked about that
You'll
before
lose
on
it.
one of the streamers thing. He would sit on the side. He was just like, people just be talking.
Yeah. I just
And
want
he
hoop.
said, all I want to do is play basketball.
But
He
I
said, I
can't
didn't wanna-
pop my shit is what he need to say.
Yeah. Right. He try to get
But to be honest with you,
He
though,
need to be the villain, dog.
to be honest
want
with you,
him
though,
to go
that
hard.
is something that we really could look at because it's like, man, Bronny, why don't you say nothing? Or why don't you act like, you know, but it's
Silence
like
is golden, man.
But that might be what kill him
Silence
because
is golden.
I know for sure LeBron like, come here.
Humble is not a good definition if you look it up.
Silence is golden.
Silence is cool, but I'm gonna talk my shit.
I don't think he ain't that type of
He
person.
might not
though.
be that type of person, though.
Because
I don't
he's
think
young.
he's
He's
that type
just young
person.
right now. That's all.
Nah,
I don't
you
think he
want-
that type
you want-
person
you want
either
him to
way.
go
Because
off.
even
You want him to go off.
He
even
would.
being humble though,
need
guys,
to.
humble still has a
That shit get you
a
looked
sense
over.
of boldness to it
Yeah.
though too.
It can.
Like, you know what I mean?
Because some
Like,
people humble and they still
Right.
lame. But
yeah.
at the end of the day, there's some people who really humble and they like, I just let
But
you
what
do what
is
you
humble
do.
though?
I'm
Is it
I'm
humble
Gucci.
or are you just reserved? Because humble is not. When we say humble, I feel like it's not. It's badly placed when you use the word humble. Jalen Hurts is not humble. He's quiet. He's reserved. I guarantee you, he let you know that you ain't fucking with him.
Oh yeah, most
Mhm.
definitely.
That's not. If that's everybody's definition, that's
He
not being
wouldn't have
humble.
made it to the level he at. If
Nigga
he,
was at Bama. You
Yeah.
think any of them niggas
yeah,
humble?
What?
Nigga, I went to Bama.
They
Like,
talked about they practice
when
to
I
get
hear
on.
that,
That's
though,
why it's
that
crazy.
just lets me know who's been in the real life
Crazy.
and who
Yeah.
hasn't.
But you know what? That's crazy. Did you see that episode with Michael Parsons and Derrick Henry?
Yeah.
When Michael Parsons said,
When
man,
he went to Bama,
yeah. He
Bro.
said, man, I visit Bama. I said, no, this ain't for me.
he went to Penn State.
Yeah.
Bro, it's different. And when I
Not
hear
that-
people
not
say
that-
that
not that
humble
ain't for
shit,
me.
it's like you ain't been in them locker rooms before, for real. That's why Cormani McClain ain't last at Colorado.
Yeah,
You used to
yeah,
be in the man, you used to be in the dog, but then when there's 30 dogs in there
You don't
and
know
they
how-
at
You
you,
don't know how.
You don't know how to eat.
nah, bro, football,
You don't know how
basketball,
to eat.
that-
When you talk, you're talking. There's somebody
Yeah.
else on the other.
and they really
That
in
ain't
your grill
nothing.
the whole time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it. Nah, I see what you're saying though.
Yeah, he just gotta being humble, bro. It don't work out, bro. You gotta talk your shit.
I think playing sports, period, you gotta have that,
Some
that
type of
certain
dog.
type of confidence in
Some
yourself,
type of
bro.
dog.
Like you kind of gotta be overly confident in yourself.
You have to.
Like it's
Ain't nobody gonna give it to you.
yeah, that's a fact.
I'm talking my shit. I'm sorry, LeBron, my dad, bro. Are you crazy?
Yeah.
Who are you talking to? And my dad probably body bagged you 10 years ago, bro. Like, why are you
No,
arguing?
I would have
I'm
been. It would have
19.
been like my
Why are
dad
you
is body
arguing?
bag
Not
your
body
dad.
bag.
Right now.
Right.
They pop for
Still.
real. Really played against your pops and killed you. Like, why are you arguing with me? You're mad because my dad's LeBron. Like, I can't control
That's
that.
what it is.
That's everybody.
That's
though.
what it
That's
is.
everybody.
But
That's
what I
the
would
real
say.
story.
That-
You mad because
bro,
my dad.
I literally
LeBron.
would win
he
every
don't.
argument.
I think Bronny don't want that.
He don't have
he-
to want it. You were born into it.
He don't
It's
want
your
it, though.
name.
But guess what?
There's a lot of people
guess
who
who
are
had
born. Trump have a son. If Trump's son, I know he different because right now Trump is my daddy, so that's different.
But guess who won't have to
he
deal with
probably
it, though?
like this. I don't
Bryce.
want to use that. I want to
But
just
Bryce
come up with
is a
something X,
dog.
Y, and Z.
Bryce is a dog.
He
He wanted
can't
to
be
deal with it.
compared because
Bryce
Yeah, he wanted to
gonna-
deal with it.
Bryce, yeah.
he
Bryce
gonna
is-
be
wanted
in
to
your
deal
face with it.
Yep.
Y'all think he gonna
Yeah.
get to
He
the
already
league?
talking his
Yeah.
stuff. He already
Yeah.
talking
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
now.
He's bigger than Bronny.
Yeah.
He is. No, he is.
He already
Taller
talking his
and
stuff
everything.
right now.
He is, though.
Bro, but wait till you get to that lock. That's the difference, bro. Like, Bronny went to USC. They didn't really like Isaiah Collier. It was cool, but they didn't have no dogs in that locker room. He's going to Arizona. He's gonna be there for at least 2 years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Once I'm telling you, the locker room mentality changes the player.
Mm-hmm.
Most of my best seasons came when we had great practices. When I was like a corner was going at me and I'm going to him because now game day is sweet. Like, bro, y'all not fucking with us.
Yeah.
We about,
Ain't no way.
yeah, because our practices are
We
way
already
more
hyped.
competitive.
We already,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
already
So like
there.
Arizona is gonna be a competitive team. Like he's not gonna be able to go in there and relax. Bronny, for one, he was hurt, and then that locker room, I don't think USC was good that year. So
They wouldn't,
They
actually.
weren't.
They
So
was
it's like
trash.
there's no.
No, they wasn't trash. They just wasn't.
They didn't even make the
They just
NCAA
weren't-
tournament.
Yeah, no, they just.
Yeah, they weren't. They weren't
Trash.
good that year. So I'm just like,
Trash.
those locker rooms make a difference. Arizona's gonna be competitive.
It was trash.
He's gonna have to play
Everybody,
and
it was
develop.
trash, bro. You ain't
Were
getting
they-
around it. You
were
ain't
they
getting around it.
Yeah,
Yes.
they were bad. They were
Their
bad.
highlight was Bronny,
I be trying to save him, man.
bro. Their highlight was Bronny scoring 18 points one game.
But that
I
draft
feel like
class
I
was so
remember that.
bad.
Yes.
Who was they going against?
shoot, I forgot.
And Collier still went, I think, first
I
round.
forgot.
People don't even talk about the
Who
fact
they going
that it's people at UNC that went before
got
him.
Chris-
I
It's like,
just watched Rochester or whatever his name is. I think he was number 1 overall pick, average. And they talk about Bronny. He need to play in the G League.
Yeah, he
He
was.
playing with Atlanta because Atlanta's trash.
You seen him right now?
Yes.
Bro, he is garbage.
Like he's not.
I mean, he probably cooked me.
He needs to develop.
He probably
But why
cooked
is he
me.
not in the G League?
we always have to establish that trash. For when we say trash,
That's why I said Michael
regular
Jordan.
folks
NBA
ain't,
level.
ain't the same trash on
He'll give me
NBA
the
level
blues.
because
He'll give me
Nah,
the
I think I'll
blues.
bust Michael Jordan's son ass now.
You think so?
Hell yeah. He coked out. I'll bust his ass.
You think so?
Crazy.
Yes,
I
yes.
still don't think so.
I'll bust Michael. Yeah, bro.
What
He
about
need to
Mar-
leave Pippen wife
All
alone,
right,
man.
What
He
about
ain't
Mario?
balling.
Somebody
He
like Mario
balling.
Chalmers.
Nah. Chalmers, he old as hell. All he
Chalmers
gotta do
is
shoot.
playing. No, Chalmers is playing
Norris
right
Cole.
now.
Yeah, he is.
Norris
He playing
Cole.
right now.
Chalmers
Chapman,
nice,
he playing.
though.
He
Norris
playing.
Cole
All them
better,
stream, all them
Tennessee,
streamers,
yeah.
bro. He
Beasley.
is cooking.
He
Nah,
ain't-
Jeff
he ain't
Teague,
lost to a
Jeff Teague
streamer
will
yet.
bust his ass.
Who?
Nah, you crazy.
Mario Chalmers.
Nah.
You're
Oh, you
drunk.
talking about Chalmers? I thought
Chalmers?
I thought he was
Chalmers
talking
won't
about
beat Jeff Teague?
He's
Beasley.
cooking. He's cooking.
Beasley
Chalmers?
ain't nobody beating Beasley.
No, ain't nobody beating Beasley.
No.
Chalmers is not beating.
Jeff
I
Teague?
mean, you said Jeff Teague's not beating Chalmers?
No, not right
Jeff
now.
T
Not right now. Not right now.
talked
I'm-
about that.
Look,
I
I'm
think.
caught up to what's going on right now. Teague ain't.
Teague
not right
will,
now.
bro. Teague will. Did you see Teague in the Big Three?
Yeah, we talking about 1-on-1 though.
Chalmers way too little.
We talking about 1-on-1 though.
Chalmers is way too little.
Then Jeff Teague.
Did Jeff T?
yes.
I got Chalmers over Teague by 2 points if they was go 1v1.
Yeah, they need to set that up.
Chalmers
Off
is
what?
still
Based off of what?
Yeah. The
what I've
next
seen
chapter need to set
recently.
that up.
Even by what I've
Who
seen
is he
recently.
playing?
The next chapter
You
need to
said
set
he
that
had
up.
street-
They paying all. I mean, it's these streamers and stuff on.
Stop.
Basically, the
No.
next chapter.
No. He played another retired NBA person. He just did a 1v1. I think it was for like 100,000 or something like that.
Who?
Chalmers.
Yeah, Chalmers.
Chalmers
I don't
beating
know,
Brandon
though, yo.
Jennings?
Remember LeBron say
Yeah, he beat Brandon Jennings. Yeah, he did. He beat Brandon Jennings.
Who did?
I don't think he beat Brandon. I haven't
Chalmers?
seen.
It was just recent.
Chalmers did?
Yeah, just recent.
You gotta understand. I was about to say it's a world that
I don't know if he can
streamers.
beat Jeff T though.
You don't think
Fuck
so?
no.
Jeff Teague said Jeff Teague.
I like Jeff
Jeff
Teague, but
Teague
I'm just
is.
saying.
I think the youth might get him on that.
You think so? I
Yeah.
can agree. I can agree a little bit.
I think it
if
might
his
get
back
him.
give out,
Who
back
that?
give out. Chalmers. Me personally though, I don't care who we talk about. Ain't nobody beating Beasley.
Nah.
He's the only one.
I tell you right
got-
now,
I got
for
him beating
LeBron to even run
one-on-one?
away one on one,
1-on-1, he a problem, bro.
that's sad. I want my goat to go at him. Jordan ain't do that.
Chalmers ain't beat nobody 1-on-1, bro. I'm not seeing nothing, and he's definitely
let me
not.
see.
He's not fucking with.
Because he
Jeff Teague.
he just had a thing. Hold on.
They say he's supposed to be playing Beasley anyway. Chalmers supposed to be playing Beasley.
That's a bad.
so he's supposed to be
matchup.
right.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
a bad
That's a
setup.
But
bad
Chalmers
matchup.
talk big. He a little man who talk big though.
They were going at
Yeah.
it before. I think they ran 2 AAU teams
They
in
did.
the same
Oh
tournament.
no, it's Jeff. The one that's coming up is Teague versus Jennings.
Jennings called him on the podcast,
He
but
did.
Teague is busting Chalmers' ass. Y'all are tripping. Y'all need to watch some. Add some Jeff Teague highlights to this clip.
He
He can cook. He can cook.
Yeah,
He
nigga,
can cook.
Chalmers has never been an elite.
Chalmers was
one-on-one.
Chalmers was
Kyrie was
Chalmers. People talked
trash
about
Chalmers.
people
Oh, yeah,
talked
no,
about Chalmers being
absolutely.
better than what he was before he.
That's what I'm
went,
saying right
when
now.
the Heat
ISO game.
before LeBron got to the Heat,
Yeah.
people talked about just like dang, what's the dude who always defend? He only played defense. We only know
Norris
the-
Cole
No,
on the Heat.
No, Pat Beverly. Pat Beverly,
Pat Beverly.
he is known for offensively by everybody else, but when it comes to the media and what we see, we only know him as
because he
defense.
said he had to play a role.
NBA had to
It's
take
a
him
role.
down and
Yeah.
say, we need
That's why I'm not
this.
taking-
We
Chalmers
don't
ain't
need
that.
that.
What was Chalmers' number?
Before. No, we talking about before in college.
No. Yeah, what was his
That's what
number
they
in
talking
college?
about. I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you.
Go ahead.
Mario Chalmers college.
Because they said he was just
He
like a
wasn't
lot of
him
other
either.
people.
Yeah, he
They
was.
said he was good.
He was a bucket.
I could believe he was
Mario?
a bucket though. Chalmers,
Mario
I could
was.
believe he was
Mario
a bucket.
Chalmers, for one, let's start here. He's 6'1".
Mm-hmm. How
Too
tall is
light,
Jeff
man.
Teague?
Like 6'3".
In basketball, I don't know.
He
I see that bit
averaged-
over a little bit. I didn't see smaller dudes get cooked. I mean, I didn't see
Played
dudes
at
get cooked by that.
Kansas. Minutes played 20. You want to go with the average?
What's the average?
12 points.
12 points?
Bucket getter. Fuck out of here. Fuck no.
Bucket getter.
Fuck no.
What was Teague?
What was Teague? Teague was
You
was
want
just
put
as
it-
nice
you want put
as
him up.
Jennings because him and Jennings they talked
Shout
about
out to
the
Wake
history.
Forest.
Yeah, they talked about him. They talked about the fact that where Jennings was,
Probably
Teague was
15.
supposed to be.
Teague was probably
But
15.
Teague stayed in college. Jennings
That
came
was
from
the
high
issue.
school.
That was the issue.
Mm-hmm.
And they talked about some valley place. I don't know what. Some place in Cali. It's some valley place that they were supposed to be in that Teague didn't have a chance to shine in.
Teague averaged 16 points.
Yeah, that's what I said. Probably 15. 16.
He's actually 6'2".
I don't see it. Age.
And that was
Age.
Wake. That was Wake. That was Wake
I see
Forest. That was
age.
Wake Forest.
I see age.
That was Wake Forest.
I see age.
16.
That was when
That's
Wake
what I was
Forest.
saying.
Wake Forest
Age.
was.
Age.
Age for what?
For Chalmers. Chalmers and Teague.
How far are they in age?
How far are they? Because
They ain't too far.
Chalmers been retired.
Teague,
Been retired for a
Teague
while.
been on the bench before he retired. He won the championship with the Bucks and then retired.
Right.
So he hasn't played since 2014. So about 10 years, 12 years now.
That's a big difference.
When did Chalmers stop? It stopped
I
around the
don't
same
know.
time.
Yeah. I think you might be right.
Around
They
same
ain't-
time?
Yeah, they not
36.
far.
Chalmers?
Chalmers and 09 is Jeff Teague job.
No, they 2 years apart.
2 years apart?
Teague 36 and
So
Chalmers
basically, Chalmers
38.
back able to give out a little bit quicker.
or legs or knees.
That man fighting for Chalmers for dear life, bro. It ain't gonna happen, bro.
Hey, man, you can't keep blowing by me like that, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
Brandon Jennings was tripping too. Jeff Teague will really like
Jeff,
kill
people
these
don't
dudes,
believe
bro.
that Jeff Teage is a problem
Because he
because
joke on that podcast, bro. He
Yeah.
really
but
nice.
also all the highlights
Crazy
that we
work.
have seen, a lot of them highlights be on Jeff Teague. And Jeff Teague talk
On
about
who?
that. On Jeff Teague.
Who's highlights?
A lot of highlights in the NBA, a
on
lot
Jeff-
of them be
be on
definitely on
Jeff.
Jeff
He's
Teague.
banging on a lot of people too, though.
But I'm telling you, for what we see
Bro,
from
if I
media
want to see a
wise,
compilation of Jeff Teague getting his ass whooped, I'm pretty sure I can search it up.
you,
But if
you
I
will.
I can search up a compilation of him
You
dunking
gonna
on
see,
niggas too,
you gonna
though.
see a lot.
Yeah.
That's where Jeff Teague jokes about, because Jeff Teague knows that. He be like,
But you
bro,
can do
I
that
be
about
about
LeBron.
so many bad issues, huh?
You could do that to LeBron. You got young dudes
Yeah.
that's 19 dunking on Bron. He's 40. Like, yeah, I dunked on Bron. That's the highlight
That
of your
ain't.
career.
But we not gonna look at that
Not
like
the
that.
40
Jeff Teague
LeBron.
was
Bro,
but
also
I'm
good
saying
at
you
that
could
time
do
that he was
to
getting
anybody.
that,
So
that
like him
compared to
getting
that.
got, but he got a lot of niggas, bro.
He did.
He was a bucket.
He did. But that's crazy.
Oh, they did play in the big three though. Jeff
Who?
Teague and Mario Chalmers.
And
Bruh.
Jeff Teague is bodying niggas.
How was
bro.
what was the average on both
That's
of
what
them?
I'm looking at.
Just look up the clips. Add the clip.
We gonna put the clip on that.
Jeff
Yeah, we
Teague is really him, bro.
Roll
I'm
the
telling
clip.
you.
We gonna put
He
the clip on
downplays
that.
himself a lot,
Roll
and
the
he
clip.
just tell jokes about the NBA. But
Yeah.
that dude really was a bucket, bro.
Yeah, I can see that.
He just be down. Like he show a lot of love to other
Now,
players.
I'm
I
not
will
saying
give him
Jeff
that.
Teague a bum. I'm just
No,
saying.
Mario Chalmers is not like that. Though. I don't know where this came from. This is crazy. This is a crazy take.
You know what though? I think it also.
I'm not really a
I think-
fan of
I
Chalmers,
ain't
but
say
I'm saying-
I ain't sitting up here like Chalmers just all
Right,
that
I'm
though.
not saying
But
that.
I don't want to
One-on-one.
say that.
But I don't
I'm just
see
saying
him
from
beating
what
these
I've been
dudes
seeing.
one on one though.
I ain't gonna never say that.
One on one he got.
I don't
it, bro.
see that, bro.
Because that's a lot of people. That's like with Bam. People talking about Bam out of bio right now being one of the top dogs in a 1v1. They said that man is a dog, but
No, he underrated, bro.
He's a scorer,
the
but
narrative that's on.
But I'm
NBA
telling you,
is he a
NBA
defensive
players
player. No, he could
themselves
get
are coming
30
out with these.
Bro,
Not
He could get 30.
if his
like,
role changed at Miami, he could.
he probably
If
could
what?
get.
He
They
could get
said
30.
they said it. They said if he wanted to, Bam could score like 30 and 10 and 10 a game.
If he wants him
And
on
he
the
don't.
contract,
If
that ain't
he
gonna
wanted.
happen.
I think he just lazy.
If he wanted, he
Nah,
just
he
don't-
lazy.
he's playing a
never
role.
had that
He's
role.
playing a role.
Jimmy
He's playing a
Butler
role.
was the ball guy. They
playing a
paid
role.
But
him,
even
bro,
when they
so.
gave him the spotlight for the little bit of time, he did do good. I just don't think he maximized the efforts the amount of reps that he got.
because the team wasn't built around
He
him.
was around
You needed-
Jimmy.
Like look at Joel when he won the MVP. The ball and the game plan was around him.
Right.
So of course I'm gonna average 30. Look at Shy. If you take Shy off that team, you gonna have at least 2 superstars emerge. Quentin
Mhm.
Grimes. Quentin Grimes is a great example. Everybody got hurt. They shipped him to Philly. If the All Star was at the end of the year, he'll be an All Star. And I did not hear about Quentin Grimes before he got over there. I'm just be honest. Dude,
Who was that?
averaging like 22 over there right now.
I can agree with that. I can
It
definitely agree
just
with
the
that.
NBA is a role. It's like the NFL too.
Yeah.
You get there. Najee Harris was great at Alabama. He got the Steelers in people forget. That, oh, well, now they got 17 games, so 1,000 yards is expected. Put a random nigga at running back, tell him to get 1,000 yards in 17 games. The dude he nice. Like he just. I mean, I wouldn't bet on him, but.